Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to perform a jersey swap in Photoshop. Basically what a jersey swap is when you take a player in one jersey and put them in the jersey of another player. So I have Karl Anthony Towns right here, and I'm going to attempt to put him in a Miami Heat jersey. As you can see, Hassan Whiteside right here. So basically why jersey swaps are so popular on the internet is because players, especially in sports, are moving around all the time. Just this past summer in the NBA, a third of all NBA players moved from the team that they were on originally last season to the team that they're on now this season. So, with not another backstory, the first step in performing a jersey swap is to get rid of everything on the front of the jersey. So I'm going to get rid of this number right here, and to do that we're going to select the polygonal lasso tool. And so basically what the polygonal lasso tool is, you'll be able to click right over here, and first you want to go around. I'm going to go around the number first. You don't want to leave a whole lot of space between the edges of the number and where you're masking, but this length right here is probably good. So now that you have that, you're going to want to go to edit, and you're going to go down to fill. And when you click fill, you're going to get this window that says, the first drop down says content aware, and you're going to make sure. And so when you get this window, you're going to want to make sure that all the settings are exactly, you don't change anything, because these are the original presets that when you download Adobe Photoshop for the first time that you're going to get, and you don't want to change anything to make sure that you end up with the best result. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click OK, and actually it's really cool. It fills the entire number in with just like black, like jersey fabric material, and it just makes it look like there was nothing there in the first place. So now I'm just going to repeat this process to get rid of the Timberwolves wording as well as the two logos on the top. So I'm going to do that real quickly. Okay, so the next step in performing a jersey swap is to replace the stripes of the original jersey with the new stripes of the new jersey that you want to swap onto it. So as you can see, I need to get these pink and blue stripes on Hassan Whiteside right here and put them onto Karl Anthony Towns over here. So you're going to make sure that you have a very good source image of the jersey that you want to swap onto your player, and make sure that it has the same proportions and the player is facing the same way as the player receiving the swap. So what you're going to do now is, instead of using the polygonal lasso tool, you're going to select the magnetic lasso tool, and this is a pretty powerful tool. You can just go around the stripe as so, and you don't really have to worry about perfectly clicking the right places, because the magnetic lasso tool will be attracted to what you're trying to select and mask. So I'm just going to go around this first stripe as so. And then once I've done that, I'm going to move the Adobe Photoshop window out of the way. And then I'm going to go down to this bottom bar right here and take this image out of it. Then I'm going to select the move tool right here on the top of the toolbar, and I'm going to move the stripe right into place right here. As you can obviously see, it is not the same proportions or the same width or length as the jersey of Karl Anthony Towns. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click edit. I'm going to go down to transform, and what transform will let me do is it will make me able to scale it to the right proportions. Also, you can click free transform, which will let you scale it and rotate it and do any other action you want to it. So you can scale it up like so, and so as you can obviously see, even though I've got it in about the right proportions, you can still see a little bit of the original stripe showing from the jersey. So what we're going to want to do now is we're going to go back, when we click the check mark on the top toolbar, we're going to go back to free transform, and we're going to click this warp tool right on the top like this. And what this will let you do is warp the image with these little sliders, and you can warp it right into the perfect place that you want to put it in. So let me just do that real quickly. And And so now I've got it pretty perfect on the jersey. I think it looks pretty good so far. So I'm just going to repeat those second steps using the magnetic lasso tool and transforming and warping. So now that I've got those two stripes right into place, we're going to have to put this collar on. And as you can see, Karl Anthony Towns' beard's covering up a little bit of the stripes, so it's going to take a little bit of erasing to get it right into the perfect place. But we don't really have to worry about that too much. We can just go back and edit if we get anything incorrectly. And so I'm not entirely satisfied with this collar, so if I want to edit it, what I can do is I can drag this back into the screen, and I can go to my history tab right here that I'm scrolling over, and I can go back to when I didn't erase it and erase it again, try to get it as perfect as possible. And now I might go back and edit it a little bit, but I think I'm gonna keep this how it is for now. I'm gonna go take this Nike logo using the magnetic lasso tool, and now I'm gonna place that onto the jersey. So even though this patch right here isn't exactly linear, I'm still going to go back and use the polygonal lasso tool to select it. It won't really show up on the jersey, and I think it's going to look fine. So let me just select that. And then when we go back and select our Miami logo on the front of the jersey, we're definitely not going to want to use a polygonal lasso tool. That is a very curvy logo, and so let me just select that using the magnetic lasso tool. So it's very important that when you're masking what you want to put onto the jersey, that you select everything that you need on your mask, which in this case is the blue and the pink on the jersey. And so even if we don't get it the first time, what we can do is we can press the shift key on our keyboard while the lasso tool is still selected, and we can go back and we can edit anything that isn't entirely selected. Finally, to complete this jersey swap, what we're going to want to do is obviously give Karl Anthony Towns his number. On the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns wears number 32, but that number on the Miami Heat is retired in honor of Shaquille O'Neal. So I thought, since Karl Anthony Towns wore number 12 in college, and since that number is not retired for any player on the Heat, nor is any player wear it on the Heat roster, I thought it would be a perfect number to give Karl Anthony Towns. So I'm just going to take this 21 on Hassan Whiteside right here, and I'm going to switch up the 2 and the 1 so that he can wear number 12. So in order to do that, what we're going to want to do is we're going to go back to our lasso tool, and we're going to select polygonal lasso tool because this number in particular is very linear. And so we're just going to go over the 2 real quick, and we're just going to place those both onto the jersey. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to go to our layer panel right here, and we're going to deselect all these eyeball icons so only the 2 and the 1 are showing onto the jersey. So now that we have the 2 and the 1, we're going to switch them around and make sure that they're spaced properly. So I'm just going to change the order of these 2 real quick. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to remake the panels all reappear and like this. And so now I'm going to go back. I'm not entirely satisfied with the collar of the jersey, so I'm going to go back and edit that real quickly. Well, there you guys have it. I'm finally finished. I think this turned out great. When you're finished with your jersey swap, you gotta make sure that you save it. So I'm just gonna save it real quick. Karl Anthony on the Heat. And that is it for me. Sorry this took so long. I hope this was helpful to some of you. And thank you for watching.